never felt so empowered as a student, as a teacher. I've never experienced any kind of schooling like that before. Just completely life-changing. And after we did it that year, there was no doubt in my mind that we needed to do it every year. Every year. So the way
how did
it come to Bali?
Manifest?
Someone just whispered in my ear one day, "Psst, Dream Awake Bali, pass it on." I don't know if it was a person or not, but it was just like so clearly in my mind. And then it literally, the way it started in Bali was we were all just, "Psst, Dream Awake Bali, pass it on," and that became like a little joke. And then it just caught on, and before we knew it, like the emails started rolling in. People knew about it that we didn't even tell. People were searching for something totally different on Google, and it would pop up for them. It was incredible the way it showed up and the way it manifested. And so, like I said, Aya put it up on the Conscious Community Board, and then this incredible spiritual leader of Bali just writes, "Yeah, I want you in my ashram. I want you to be the first people holding space in this ashram with your circus project." Because he really believes in the sacredness behind our circus, and that we use performance and we use play as a way of awakening. We use it as a way of shaking up people's everyday lives, a way of like accessing other parts of your brain, the imaginative part, the little kid part that just wants to play, that just wants to live in bliss, that just wants to give selflessly. And so that's really what the Dream Awakening Circus is about for me, as well as just being a non-exclusive free school which empowers people, and we can all come together and live in community and really portray to the world how we can live out of our hearts and how we can just be good to each other. But it's also a way of just holding space for each other's inner child, for our imaginations, for our ability to go out of the world once we're out of our bliss bubbles and fully empower and awaken through clowning, through playing. I remember being on a bus after the Dream Awakening Circus last year, and I have this contact ball, which I call ball. It's like my best friend in the world, my companion. And I'm playing with it. It's this red ball, which for me is just the total symbol of play. I'm playing with it in the bus, and this man looks at me, and he's kind of like, he's giving me this man look, like he's a serious man. I just hold it up to him. I go, no. I'm like, oh yeah. And sure enough, I just throw it at him. He catches it, and boom, you can see when this guy was like 10 years old, just spread across his face and this giant smile, and he starts like playing with it, and you can just see all these thoughts coming in his head, all this play, all this like awakening, all this joy. So I really feel into the power that we are bliss agents, and we're spreading this joy to the world, and we're changing, we're being the change we wish to see, really. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun, like just living in joy. All right. Constantly, we're all following. It's incredible because we're all, I think we really call it Dream Awake, because we're all so consciously aware, and we're following our dreams, we're living our bliss, we're co-creating together. I acknowledge to everyone who came here, like, thank you for creating this, because it's our collective manifestations. It was our heart's desire to come together in a space. It's something we've always dreamed about, and we created this together. So everyone who came here, I'm like, thank you. You made this happen. We make this happen. We come together in unity to form this incredible conscious community.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's true.
Such a nice picture there. What are you anticipating when you guys like take all of this out into the streets here in Bali?
Well, a lot of laughter for a start. It's a lot of lightness, a lot of joy, a lot of activation, a lot of like kind of shaking it up. I really vibe with the Merry Pranksters way of just being different, kind of standing out in a crowd, whether that's like a tail or a nose or just the way you hold yourself, but not being afraid to be authentic in every moment, like honoring your authenticity, you know. And it's like watching a child in a formal event. Like some music comes on that they want to dance to, they're in it. They're just in it. They're not worried about what someone says. They're not worried about how they're going to look, but they're just fully able to live in their authenticity. So I feel like when we go out into the world, when we go out into Bali, we're going to really inspire people to live in their authenticity, to shake that feeling of maybe somebody's looking. Maybe I shouldn't step out of line because I'm afraid of looking different. I'm afraid of like what somebody might say. We inspire people, and we hold that support, that if they want to be silly, we encourage that. Encourage them to fully be authentic in every moment. So in Bali, we really want to play with kids. We love playing with kids. Get them while they're young, and they're going to change the world. Playing with everyone, really. You just want to inspire. Bali's the place to do it too. There's so many Bliss agents. And the Balinese are so awesome. They're so friendly, and they just want to play all the time. I don't know if that covers the question. Well, I feel like I'm just rambling.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Yeah, totally.
Do you want some cacao,
Bliss.
coconut chai?
See, this is what I'm talking about. It's not always easy. Like, sometimes life's really, really hard.
I know, especially when someone offers you a fresh batch of...
Have you tried
Chai.
this?
Oh, well, I'll take a sip.
Yeah.
So we are manifesting. Have you done this?
Manifesting.
We're manifesting sponsorship
Yeah.
to continue these free schools,
Yeah.
global scale.
So basically, we are collectively manifesting as a group right now a way of like, how do we continue to do these free schools but fully dedicate all of our time to it? Like, surely we can't work an ordinary job and dedicate as much time as we want to do to free schools.
That doesn't make much sense, does it?
Not at all. No, it's nonsensical, and I will not stand for it.
We shall live in our bliss in all moments.
In all moments, activating the planet, living up to our fullest potential. As much as I want to work a 9 to 5, this is what the planet needs from me, and this is what I want to give, selflessly, fully, full devotion to our dreams. Full devotion to awakening the planet through play, through bliss, through inspiration.
Being able to invite many,
And creating these free schools all over the world, in all these different continents that people can come to, they can teach, they can drop in, we can work with the indigenous children of the lands, we can come in, we can do shows, and we can play.
Can it be children of all ages?
All ages, step right up, see right here, Bliss agents, children of all ages, come play. So we want to keep it non-exclusive. We want to keep these free schools alive. And we're going to do that through manifesting the most incredible sponsor who just fully has all this money, and they're just awakening to the fact of like, wow, there's so much more than life. There's so much more to life than just working all the time. They're like, now that I have all this incredible abundance, how do I really share it with the world? How do I really just dedicate my life through play? The Dream Awakening Circus. Of course. It just whispered into my ear one day. Did somebody say that? I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to fully sponsor these schools. And then these Bliss agents can fly all over the world, planting little cosmic seeds of life. Like star-seeded Johnny Apple seeds, and watch the geometry just spring out of the ground.
Cultivating joy.
Bliss
Inner
in every
peace.
moment, being fully present to the magic and the perfection of this now. So by getting this incredible sponsor, we can just fly over the world, creating these bliss bubbles, creating these like Edens, these safe spaces, these foundations.
To teach and learn and grow together and build capacity in each other.
In the most
To share our
fun,
gifts.
nurturing ways.
Yes, please.
Skill sharing. We can keep it free for everybody. We can keep doing it free. We can keep doing it selflessly, but we can fully dedicate our entire beings to it.
Regenerative abundance.
Yeah. Allowing everyone to live in their bliss. Giving back to the earth that's given us so much. Doing it sustainably.
And that allows us to produce love acts, activist projects with sustainability focused in permaculture.
Yes, please.
Yes.
What else
Growing
can we do?
gardens, healing waters. Composting piles. Things like this.
Just living in permaculture bliss lands. I'm imagining monkey jungle gyms, and kids can just come in and play, and we fully like nurture their talents, we nurture their abilities. We have gymnasts, we have dancers, and other people too who have just like been living their whole life in the old paradigm, and they just stumble upon the dream awake, and then all of a sudden something deep down is activated that maybe as a kid someone told them, don't dance like that, that's silly. People
I shall
need to
never
work
dance
hard.
again. I suck at dancing.
And all of a sudden they stumble into this community, into this safe space where they can fully express themselves once more.
Is it true?
Yeah, and something that was dormant in them just awakens like a beautiful butterfly, just metamorphosing their life and creating this incredible ripple that just spreads through the consciousness of the world.
Feels good.
Feels really good.
To be safe.
Feels good like chocolate chai. Here, here.
Cheers. And how about a thank you ahead of time for this generous sponsor who's going to provide all this abundance.
Thank you so much for feeling into your own truth, your own authenticity, knowing that this is exactly what you're here for, that you've been dreaming about this just as we have together. It's a co-created vision.
I'm thanking you for creating this, really. We're just holding space for something you've dream awakened in your heart. So much gratitude. So come play. Your family's waiting.
Ooh,
Your Starseed family.
we love you
Love
a lot.
Yum.
Now let's spin some fire.
do 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 do.